Well, good morning and welcome. You're watching Republic TV, and we are cutting across to new videos that are now emerging of the Taliban's takeover of Panjshir. Now, the Taliban have claimed that they have taken over the Panjshir Valley. They have defeated resistance forces. That, of course, is a claim that has been rebutted by the Northern Alliance-led resistance forces that have been active in the Panjshir area of Afghanistan ever since the Taliban took control of most of Afghanistan. Videos are now circulating on social media that seem to suggest that the Taliban is hoisting its flag at the governor's house. These visuals also coming in from the governor's office, where the Taliban is seen taking down pictures from the walls and vandalizing the Panjshir governor's office. These visuals seem to suggest that the Taliban have, with the support of the Pakistani army and the Air Force, taken control of the Panjshir Valley. Now, this is a claim that has been denied by the resistance forces, who say that they are continuing to fight the Taliban as well as the Pakistani army in this valley. Let me go across right now to Rohit. Okay, we're going to try and go across to Rohit in just a bit on the Afghan desk to explain to our viewers what these visuals seem to suggest. But at the moment, there have been various reports that are coming out that seem to suggest that the Taliban have taken complete control of Panjshir. We are also expecting a press conference to take place at Panjshir Valley this morning. That takes place in another half an hour's time. This, of course, comes on the back of the Taliban claiming to have complete control of the Panjshir Valley. Now, the Panjshir Valley, to tell our viewers, is one of those key points which has only one entry and exit point. In fact, Panjshir can only be entered from a tunnel which is quite long. And now we seem to understand that the army of Pakistan has helped the Taliban gain control. Now, let me go across to Air Commodore Dikshit, who now joins me on the phone line. Good morning, Air Commodore Dikshit. Thank you for speaking to us on Republic TV. What do you make of what's happening in Afghanistan currently with the focus on the Panjshir Valley? Now, we have, been talking about how difficult it is to gain control of the valley, but the Taliban seems to suggest right now that with the help of ground forces from the Pakistani army as well as their air force, they have gained control.
Well, the Taliban eventually controlling Panjshir Valley was inevitable because they were fighting waging a battle against the Northern Alliance with the Hazaras, and the Hazaras are not so well equipped. Although I was quite surprised, they kept control of the Panjshir Valley for more than 3-4 days. But the Pakistan armed forces and the Air Force assisting the Taliban is also inevitable. Pakistan was always in the fray, and they were supporting Taliban. And that has been seen in the last, truly, the time when the Taliban occupied the various townships and urban areas of Afghanistan. This is going to unfold like this only. And the Pakistanis would be quite keen that they have a role to play in installing a more amenable regime in Afghanistan. That, I'm afraid, is extremely difficult for the Pakistanis to arrange and to maneuver. So they are doing all these actions to help out the Taliban in the battle at Panjshir. And maybe they, in the fond hope that they will prevail over the leadership of Taliban to acquiesce to their own concepts on management of Afghanistan. But, as I say, not likely very easily. Tell me.
Right. Air Commodore Dikshit, do stay with us. We're just cutting across to our desk right now to get a sense of the latest pictures that we are now getting. Now, Rohit joins me from the Afghan desk. Rohit, give us a sense of these pictures that we see on our screens right now. We understand that they are coming from the governor's office in Panjshir Valley.
Yes, Nupur, these are now the latest videos that are doing the rounds in social media in Afghanistan. Now, in this video, we can see the Taliban terrorists. Now, earlier we saw them outside the governor's office. They had also unfurled the Islamic Emirate flag right outside the governor's office. And just minutes later, now we are getting this video of them inside the governor's office. And here we can even see them tearing apart, vandalizing the house and tearing apart a lot of photos. In fact, a lot of the photos in here are of Ahmed Shah Massoud, one of the top leaders of the Panjshir Valley. who was one of the top leaders of the Panjshir Valley in the past, and many of his photos are also seen here, which are now being vandalized. As you can see here, one of the terrorists here vandalizing, tearing apart these photos here, basically in an effort to exert, to make a statement that they are now trying to take control of this Panjshir Valley. As you said rightly, Panjshir Valley was one such place that had never come under the control of the Taliban, or even in the Soviets under the Soviets back then. So the Panjshir Valley has always remained a home for the resistance movements back in the past and also now in the present. And here now we are seeing how the Taliban is now trying to basically eradicate or basically eliminate this resistance movement against them so that they can take control of the entire country. What we are also getting to know is that the Pakistan Army and the Pakistan Air Force is now helping the Taliban trying to take over the country, because they've taken over basically the entire country. The ISI chief is also now in Kabul. Basically, we are getting reports that he is also basically helping them form the next government. And here we are seeing how the Pakistan Army is also helping the Taliban trying to take over the last bastion that is not under the control of the Taliban yet. The Pakistan Army and the Pakistan Air Force, Pakistan now giving their air power basically to take over the valley of Panjshir, because it is a very difficult terrain for any invader to really take control of. And that is why now the Pakistan Air Force is also, Pakistan Air Power is now being used by the Taliban to take control and overpower the Northern Alliance.